welcome to the show. This is Rapid Sports, and of course, yours truly, voice on the radio, holding it down right here on the sound of your city. In the studio with me is non. I think we should have an alias or something for you. Yes, day before yesterday or yesterday. Today's what, Thursday, right? So yesterday I had Osidadmin Everestes, and when he was introducing himself, he says Sugar Papi Sports. I mean, it sounded really cool. So if you wanted to go by something, would you call yourself the psychologist of sports? Because I mean, the sports psychologist. Should we just go with that? I mean, since it's like your strong point, you're a sports psychologist and all.
Well, it's also okay.
Or you're rather something else?
Well, I've not really thought about it.
That's what I'm saying. Let's think about it now. We got a few minutes. Come on, Charles.
Well, I can't think of anything right now.
So, but what do your friends call you?
They just call me Charles.
Charlie?
Yeah. They just call me Charles.
Okay. So probably we'll just make do with that, right? Yeah. Charlie. And welcome to the show. We'll start off with the Nigerian Super Eagles dropping in ranking, and that's not very good. I mean, take a look at where we are. The fact that we do have a foreign manager in USA Pesira, in as much as it's been embroiled in a lot of controversy. I mean, the fact that what's the word now? He's been owed a couple of months. We're not sure how much, but that has made the NFF look bad. The glass house, it's not been the same. Then this latest rankings that has come off right now, with the Super Eagles dropping to 4th position, right? I beg your pardon, 40th position from 35th in the world and to 6th in Africa. How does that make you feel personally as a Nigerian now, not as a sports enthusiast or someone who's, into the game and into its management?
Honestly, I'm not surprised.
Why is that?
I'm not surprised because Nigerian football is not developing as it should.
Okay.
It's not developing as fast as it should. Those days where we were always hungry to watch Nigerian Super Eagles players actually passed.
Yeah.
We no longer look forward to watching our Eagles play anymore.
Yeah.
Like the time of like we used to have during the time of Kanu, Kojejo, or Kocha. When anytime Nigerian Super Eagles is playing, everybody's rushing back home to go watch our Eagles play.
Yeah.
It's no longer like that today. So I'm not surprised that I'm even surprised we are still at that number, because I don't see these boys put their heart into the game whenever they are wearing the green, white, green jersey. Unlike what you see with their foreign counterparts. I see Lionel Messi give out his heart. Ronaldo, even at his age, is giving up everything.
Yeah, he was called back to the team.
You can imagine, anytime they are called to serve their nation, you see them give their life, their best. But you don't see that in these boys. So I'm not surprised we're at that position. Nigerian football, honestly, we really need to work so hard. It's not what it should be. We've lost our glory,
sadly. Yeah. Anyway, let's take a look at how it is in the rankings that's just been released. The Super Eagles ranking, 40th currently in the world, 6th in Africa. Now Morocco is at the summit, number 1. They're 11th best in the world, right? And that's behind the Atlas Lions. The Atlas Lions have Senegal, Tunisia, Algeria, Egypt coming in that order. So after Morocco, you have Senegal, not surprising, Tunisia, Algeria. But the fact that Egypt is also dropping in rankings, it seems like the magic, or what's the word now they use in football to describe the talisman, Mohamed Salah, seems like the magic he brings to the team is waning, and as such we're seeing it in what it's doing to Egypt at the moment. That drop means Super Eagles have not fallen behind Egypt, who had a perfect run in the recent African Cup of Nations qualifying match. Nigeria, on the other hand, lost at home, the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory. and then went over to Guinea-Bissau and managed a lone goal victory, courtesy of a penalty kick goal. It was Moses Simon that converted. Now, it seemed like it cancelled Guinea-Bissau, but that's like the first time Guinea-Bissau was ever winning Nigeria. And to do that in front of a home crowd was devastating for sports lovers. A lot of people didn't follow the return fixture, the return leg, as much as they did for the first leg. You would not be surprised that happened, right?
No, not at all. To be honest with you, that result was quite disappointing. It was
but then after those fixtures, you still rate Josep Pisiru high.
Well, honestly speaking, I don't think. See, the point is that we cannot always be at this point where we cannot say exactly what to expect.
Yeah, from a team like
from
that.
our team.
Yeah,
we should.
Where the odds are not in our favor.
We should be growing. We should be growing. We should be able to predict that Nigerian team is moving at this pace. We are moving at this level. We know what to expect from our team at any time. Guinea-Bissau coming to beat us 1-0 in our home. No matter the victory we got there, to me it doesn't count. It doesn't count. It would have even been better that we drew that match at home and then
went to win.
Yes.
Or lost.
Yes, it would have been better than
we
losing
lost.
at home.
The away was a loss.
So the fact that Nigerian football, from national team to spread across to other aspects of football in Nigeria, is unpredictable, and not like it's unpredictable in the positive way.
Yeah,
it's quite alarming and devastating.
But on the lighter note, on the brighter side, the Super Eagles are ranked the most expensive national football team on the continent. What that translates to mean is the kind of players that the team parades are highly prized, right? And the person who leads at that particular number is none other than Victor Osimhen. His transfer demand by Napoli has helped the Super Eagles rank first, right? Some other players, have also contributed to that, but Victor Osimhen is arguably the biggest Super Eagles player at the moment and is expected to command a huge transfer fee if he should decide to leave Napoli in the summer. Now, the price tag placed on that young man, banging goes for the Patronepe, and, getting that nickname, the Prince of Naples, has not even translated to the Super Eagles. He's not been able to make that same impact at national team level, but then he's giving the Super Eagles some spotlight, right? How can Josep Pisiru manage the abundance of talent he has at his disposal? Some person, I listened to a podcast where a particular blogger was defending him, saying the ability for Josep Pisiru to change tactics, change formation, change players. He brought Iwobi into defensive midfield, brought in Moses Simon when he did. He's been able to change the back line and experiment a lot with the players. That means he's open-minded, and such a person, once he's able to experiment and find the perfect mix, that he would excel. Do you also give him that benefit of doubt?
Well, in all honesty, I wouldn't blame our outcome on the coach.
Okay.
There's little or nothing the coach can do if the boys are not willing to play.
Oh, really?
Yes. If the boys are not willing to play, there's little or nothing the coach can do. The highest the coach can do is to pull you out and replace you with some other person who is willing. And that's why sometimes in the game, when people put so much blame on the coach, I do not agree with it. The coach is actually not doing badly, as far as I can tell. We have the talent. We have good boys. We have boys that are doing well in their various clubs. But why are they not translating that performance into what we see in the national team? Okay. It's the same players, the same ability, the same skills, the same everything. So what is the difference between when they are putting on their club side jerseys and when they are putting on the green, white, green jersey? I will tell you the truth. Osimhen has not impressed me putting on the green, white, green jersey. And in all honesty, I do not actually feel, but I'm not against Osimhen. I am not hating him, but it makes me not want to watch him play in Napoli.
So where would you rather he plays?
I'm not talking about where he should play. When I see him perform like a magician in Napoli, and when it comes to Nigeria, we'll look for him.
Yeah.
When it comes to putting on the green, white, green jersey,
he's missing in action.
Nowhere.
But then you notice the level of frustration that he exhibited during those fixtures as well, right?
Well, who is to be blamed?
You're a psychologist. You tell me.
Who is to be blamed?
Sometimes it just seems like the ball is not getting to him, and he's screaming at everybody. He wants to score. He was unable to score in both legs, right?
Yes, he was unable to score. Are we to blame Osimhen? Are we to blame his teammates? Are we to blame the management? What is wrong? Is it the coach? Is it the formation they are playing, or is it what is wrong? I actually, for me, a goal scorer is a goal scorer regardless of who he plays with.
Drought, yeah.
Yes, if you're good in your club, you should be able to replicate the same thing in your country. We see Kanu Nwankwo do it in Nigeria, even when he's playing with people who are not as good as the talent we have now.
You're not talking about individual efforts, but then Charles, hasn't football moved past the days of Kanu Nwankwo and Jejo Kocha, where we depended on the brilliance of one player to make us shine and pull through?
What will you say about Argentina?
Okay.
What would you say about Argentina?
Touche, bro. Touche. I'll leave it at that. Touche. Anyway, the Super Falcons are in camp and they're getting ready for that fixture against Haiti and New Zealand friendlies. And another coach, talking about Waldrum, yes, the Randy Waldrum, coach of the Super Falcons, has arrived Turkey. He's been in Turkey with the team, getting ready for that fixture in Antalya, and he also has issues with not being paid. When would we overgrow this issue of coaches and managers being owed their due wage?
We will not outgrow it except the structure in Nigeria changes.
I thought we now have the new FNFF board duly elected.
See, there's no institution in Nigeria that is working.
That's strong, bro.
There's no institution
You're
that's
on radio.
working.
You're on radio, bro.
Let's be very honest. Everything is being bastardized by
this
certain
radio
elements.
station is working.
No, of course.
Okay.
They are even trying to frustrate the media.
All right, I get your point.
They are trying to frustrate the media. So this issue of owing...
But then when you say there is no, let's reiterate that.
Okay, let's say majority of the institutions that we expect. Some.
Are you except you're going to give me statistics to back that out.
But the truth is that except we change some certain policies that affect our football, then we will never stop having this issue of owing managers and players.
Yeah.
So what happens to these funds? Is it that they were not made available before they went for the tournament? What happened?
Over dependence on government for funding.
So, and as far as you're over depending on the government for funding of football, then we'll keep on having the same problem. And it's not like the government doesn't have the money.
Really?
Trust me, the government, Nigerian government as it is, can confidently pay our athletes without owing them, or the managers. But you see one person in one office will just decide to do whatever. Look, Nigeria is like a country where somebody wakes up and say, I have the power to do this and I will do it, and nothing will happen.
Well, yesterday we had the match day 12 of the Nigerian Women Football League, and in Umuahia yesterday, Abia Angels were beaten at the Umuahia Township Stadium. They were beaten by the Confluence Queen of Kogi State 2-1 in front of a home crowd. And yesterday, while I was talking about this, the fact that you go to see an Abia Angels game and the stadium is empty is appalling to start with. Yeah, you can manage an Abia Warriors or an Abia Comets game, but then Abia Angels playing seems like a training session. As in, people just walk through like it's not a big deal. That's the premier female football league in Nigeria, right? And then it looks very drab. A lot needs to be done to, put the girls in good shape. One thing I like about the team, a lot of young blood. The team possesses a lot of young female players who have the potentials, to play for a very long time and represent the nation. And excel in football. But then, where are we? The good thing is they weren't also relegated, as Ibom Angels have been relegated. FC Rebel Queens did beat Ibom Angels, and Delta Queens thrashed Oshun Babes. And as it stands now, Ibom Angels have been relegated. Rebel Queens beat Ibom Angels 7-1. Did you hear that?
I heard it.
Upugolole.
7-1.
And then Delta Queens beat Oshun Babes 3-0.
Yeah.
Niger Ratters lost to Rivers Angels by a lone goal. Bayelsa Queens beat Royal Queens by a lone goal. Damawaki Queens and Edo Queens shared the spoil in that fixture. Here, I'm thinking, we're wrapping the league up, the Nigeria Women Football League up gradually, but then a lot still needs to be done in the area of, putting it out there, publicity, following the performance, because we're talking about grassroots football development. Where do we feed the Super Falcons? It's a misnomer that we continue to depend on players who ply their trade outside the shores of Nigeria in foreign clubs to come and take part in our national team, what's the word now, engagements or fixtures. And so these girls who sweat and bleed here at home, who then, will recognize them?
I bet you, if you go to any of this female team as a journalist,
yeah,
and sell your ideas as to how to publicize the team, nobody will buy it.
Why is that?
It's because somebody, I stand to be corrected, but a lot of people will feel that the more publicized this league is, the more difficult it is for them to do whatever they want to do.
Okay.
There are a lot of people that cannot siphon money from the club if some of these league matches are publicized. If the public is meant to know, okay, this is Abia Angel, and this is what they are doing. Everybody wants to go and watch Abia Angel. The more people pay attention to this club side, you see more interest will come. And then you, as somebody who is benefiting or stealing one or two.
That's a strong...
But let's be honest. And this is some of the reasons why nobody wants to do what is right. I'm surprised you're even sounding like it's a surprising thing to go to the match and then see the stadium empty. I was in a Bayelsa the other day, last week, to watch the match between Abia Warriors and...
Where you got a good beating. How did you feel? Humiliated? Please describe for me in one word.
Well, it's football.
Okay.
It's football.
Is that what you told the boys?
It's football. You bounce back. The most important thing is to bounce back from the loss.
Okay. Then.
Yeah, but it's football. So you need to see the stadium, Premiership. And these are not just ordinary club side. These are two tough club side in Nigeria.
It was empty.
Quite empty.
But it was a good turf. The Samson Stadium, Yenago, was a good turf.
Yes, but it's quite empty. And I expect that, honestly speaking, I was looking forward to the crowd.
Okay.
I was looking forward to, because this one, I think that should be the only or the main professional team in that state. I was expecting people to turn out in their numbers. And they have good stadium.
Yeah.
I was expecting people to turn out.
I feel a lot happened in recent times. The COVID-19 didn't help matters. And the fact that, the games are not televised. And, you see a lot of antiques going on in the Premier Football League, referees being biased and unprofessional in their, officiating. Some of these things have, discouraged people from seeing the game. But the NPFL has improved with the new season on the way. We've seen sanctions on referees. We've seen sanctions on teams.
That's very correct.
There's a lot of attention coming to the NPFL. We've also heard that they've concluded some deals. Just recently, Abia Warriors signed a deal with Unicel, an oil servicing company, to be their shirt sponsor. So, when Abia Warriors is playing, you're going to be seeing Unicel, and it's more like the thing we need to see.
Yeah, yes.
What are the funds going to be used for? Development, getting welfare of players, and all of that, right? So, what football needs is publicity and funds. But then you need funds to even get publicity. So we need a lot of funds directed towards sport. Anyway, Southwest is where we're headed now. There's going to be a Southwest derby as 3SC getting ready to face Remo Stars. So the chairman of the Shooting Star Sports Club, Honorable Babatunde Olani, has charged fans to troop out in their large numbers to cheer the team in the March 13 fixture, which is a derby against rival Remo Stars. We're going to be reading out some of the fixtures you should look up for in the NPFL March day 13, right? That fixture is going to be coming up this Saturday, okay? 8th of April. I think you would want to see the game between Enyimba and Plateau United.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that match.
Lobby Stars are going to be playing host to Abia Warriors, so they're on the road this weekend. Bendel against Kwara United, Dakada, Doma, Wiki Tourist, Bayelsa, Gombe United, El Kanemi Warriors, Shooting Stars, Remo, like I real that. It's going to be on Sunday. Aqua United at the Godswill Abbey Stadium will take on the Solid Miners, Nasarawa United, Wiki Tourist against Bayelsa, Rivers United away to Niger Tornadoes, and Sunshine Stars, Enugu Rangers. Would do a preview, talk about their stands in the next subsequent programs, but then just to let you know what to expect this weekend. Take a moment, and when I return, I'll be going across the oceans from local to global. Let's bring you up to speed what's happening, from the rest of the world. So stay right here on the dial. Is the sound of your city, 96.5 on the frequency modulated band. Be right back.
Correct country people. As human being body need balanced diet to take function well. Now so engine need better oil to take perform well. And the correct oil where car owners, generator users, mechanic and many others they enjoy now. Now be Lubrisac oil. Yes, so Lubrisac oil get them for different variety like Lubrisac Plus, where be high performance multi-grade oil for petrol engine. Them get Lubrisac Super HD oil, where be high performance multi-purpose engine oil. What about the Lubrisac Optimum, ultra high multi-grade engine oil for new petrol engines? They still get Lubrisac Power Max, super performance diesel engine oil for heavy duty trucks and heavy duty generators. It not end for there. Lubrisac still get other kind of industrial oil like gear oil, hydraulic, turbine oil, and compressor oil. Lubrisac product they available for filling stations and retail shop nationwide. So for correct engine performance, go for the quality Lubrisac oil. Lubrisac oil now another product from Sacros Industry Nigeria Limited.
Let's make the end of the Lenten season rapidly joyful for you and yours as we celebrate the resurrection of the Christ this Easter.
I like it.
With rapid Easter wishes, you can spread joy rapidly to your family members, friends, colleagues, business associates, church members, and political leaders on Rapid 96.5 FM for just a token.
I wish you the blessings of His resurrection.
To be a rapid distributor of love and joy this season, all you gotta do is record an Easter goodwill message of not more than 60 seconds and send it on WhatsApp to 070-4922-0965.
Chris Events and Model Company presents the 13th Mr. and Miss Emo Beauty Pageant and the Emo Distinguished Personality Award, featuring musical performances, awards, comedy, fashion, celebrity appearances. Date 8 April 2023. Venue Golden Tulip Essentials Hotel, Okigwe Road, Owerri, Imo State. Time 6 p.m. green carpet, 7 p.m. main event. This event is proudly sponsored by Golden Tulip Essentials Hotel, MTM, Shirley Supremo Finishings Limited, Rennie's Food Limited, Bar Spa, Burgers Barbershop, Kosi Cosmetics, Miko Cosmetics, Nadel Bitmap Technologies, Darling FM Owerri, Rapid TV and Radio FM Umahia, Marvio Logistics, and Lebold Studios. For sponsorship ticket reservation, call 080-69403888. Celebrating the beauty and pride of Imo.
Tune in and let's bring you up to speed with sporting activities from around the globe. 7 a.m. and 6:05 p.m. every weekday. Rapid Sports.
Well, glad to know that you are still tuning to the sound of your city, 96.5 on the frequency modulated band. So the biggest story on the internet is the fact that Frank Lampard has been named manager of Chelsea until the end of the season. Why did you laugh? Apart from Abia Warriors, what other team do you support?
Well, there's so many other teams I look forward to their games.
Chelsea inclusive?
Chelsea?
Inclusive?
No. Madrid, Barcelona, Man U, Arsenal. And
Arsenal because of the recent form, yeah?
Well, apart no, I've always followed Arsenal.
An affinity for them.
Yes, I've always followed Arsenal because of my elder brother.
So Frank Lampard says he'll focus on the job in hand after being named Chelsea's caretaker manager rather than trying to land the role full time. He has completed a surprise return to Chelsea for the rest of the season, replacing sacked Graham Potter. The club says Lampard will take charge while they carry out an exhaustive process to find a permanent boss. Lampard, who has been out of job since he was dismissed by Everton in January, previously managed Chelsea from July 2019 until he was sacked in January 2021. His first game will be away to Wolves in the Premier League on Saturday before a Champions League quarter-final first leg against Real Madrid on Wednesday. Lampard was a player at Stamford Bridge when interim boss Roberto Di Matteo led the club to Champions League glory as a caretaker before earning the job on a full-time basis. And when asked if he could follow a similar path, the former midfielder said it wouldn't be his decision, so again, he doesn't want to jump forward with that. But then, this is what he had to say during the press interview about his return to Chelsea.
Decision for me. This is my club in terms of my playing career and having managed, coached here before. So I have a lot of emotions and feelings towards the club. I'm also a very practical person, and when you become a manager, you understand that you don't manage your own club, the club that you say is your club forever. And obviously I've been on a different path since I left Chelsea. But to come back in a time where the club have asked me to come and take the role, of course that's the most important thing, but also with a belief that I can come and help the cause in this period to the end of the season. So I'm delighted to get that opportunity, and I want to be, I'm thankful for that.
Well, shouldn't he be thankful? He's been out of job since January, and here he's back in Chelsea. Taking a look at where Chelsea is currently on the league table and the fixtures they have ahead for them, and in comparison to his Premier League record as coach, he played 57 games with Chelsea. He managed 57 games for Chelsea. He won 28 of them, lost 18, and had 11 draws. Is that a good record to get him back in the dugout for Chelsea?
Well, at this point, I don't think it's about his record. It's not really a good record, but I think it's about the belief. Probably the management of Chelsea still sees him as one of them, and they believe he has the best interest of Chelsea at heart. Whether he does well or not, it's a different question. But the most important thing is that looking at him, this is someone who has given his life as a footballer and as a coach, given every necessary support and the opportunity. Nobody wants to lose, but it's just unfortunate sometimes we lose and others win.
Well, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
Anyway, drop your comments. What are your thoughts on Frank Lampard taking charge in the interim for Chelsea? I see some comments that's coming. I'm going to be taking them. Okay, Prince Chimaso says, Gideon, let's go. Chimansu Gideon says, let's go. Thank God says, Real Madrid were merciless on Barcelona last night. 4-0. We had to talk about that in the morning. Mekuzonoha says, Chelsea hired Lampard to replace the manager that replaced the manager that replaced him. Replacement FC. I mean, that deserves a bell. That's Wagam serious apple. Chelsea hired Lampard to replace the manager that replaced the manager that replaced him. And he crowned it with Replacement FC. Here's where it says, greetings from here, sports guys. Happy Easter in advance to you. Frank Lampard takes charge of Chelsea as a dedicated, committed, and addicted Chelsea fan. I'm wishing him all the very best because I'm optimistic and hopeful he will succeed and excel in his second spell at Chelsea. Nigeria drops in FIFA ranking. Honestly, that's not a good one for us because we ought to be progressing and not retrogressing as a footballing nation. Catch live streams of this show right now on Facebook, Rapid 965 FM. I and Charlie the psychologist is in the studio. Anyway, let's bring you another development, and that's the fact that Juventus have been handed a one-match partial stadium closure after fans racially abused Inter Milan striker Romelu Lukaku. He was a subject to racist chanting before being sent off in Inter's 1-1 Coppa Italia draw with Juve Serie A have ruled that the lower tier of Allianz Stadium South Stand will be closed for Juventus League game against Napoli, which is going to be on the 23rd, following the racist chant from the majority of fans who sat in that section before and during Lukaku's stoppage time penalty. 29-year-old was shown a second yellow card for putting his finger to his lips in front of the home fans after his late equalizer in the semi-final first leg. Lukaku will serve a one-match ban for his red card, while Juve midfielder Juan Cuadrado and Inter goalkeeper Samri and Dovanovic have also been handed bans after a row broke out after the final whistle. I mean, you can get a card after the whistle, before the whistle.
Yeah.
Others are even on the way to the dressing room.
Yeah, that's interesting about football. It's
Crazy.
Evolving. I love the discipline in football.
I don't.
I know, I
Let's see
love
if you just do something. Just one.
I love
mean,
the discipline in
just
football.
la move. Okay, so we hear that Barcelona stop man Benzema did a yeoman's job, a hat trick against Real in that Copa final, 4-0 to reach the Copa del Rey final in a stunning fashion yesterday. Sugar Papi of Sports yesterday insisted that it was going to end 3-1. He even sent me a text message when the goals kept coming. He tried to give Barcelona some benefit of doubt. But then, did you see that game?
Well,
Has Xavi lost it?
Well, I was actually kind of surprised because Madrid has lost 2 matches straight up against
and then they're not doing very well on the league table compared to Barcelona.
Yeah, well, leave the league. But let's leave the league. But the truth is that anytime Madrid is playing Barcelona, it's like
It's the El Clasico.
Yeah, it's like we don't see Madrid. Even though we know Madrid is a very good side, but playing against Barcelona, it's always like, trying to do the unthinkable. I don't know why it's always difficult for Madrid whenever they are playing Barcelona, but this result is a very good one. I'm so excited. At least for once, the Madrid fans
show them Pepe.
At least for once, Hapa.
Barcelona had come into that game with a goal advantage, which was from the Santiago Bernabeu, and Real Madrid beat them in front of their home crowd at the Camp Nou. It was crazy. So, Ali Hal, the club of Odion Igalo, we here have proposed an offer worth in excess of 400 million euros per year to sign Paris Saint-Germain Argentina star Lionel Messi. We hear that Lionel Messi has refused to take a pay cut to remain at PSG. The possibility of coming back to Barcelona is slim. Do you think he will go the way of Cristiano Ronaldo? East. How would that even taste? How would that? What effect would that have on his career in general? A decline or more or less attention?
Well, compared to Ronaldo, I would say Lionel Messi going to the East will not really be good for Lionel Messi. Ronaldo is a publicity man. He's a social media person, so his presence alone carries a different message. But when we're talking about the game, and Lionel Messi is a very quiet person, unlike Cristiano Ronaldo. So going to the East will not really be good. My own
personal opinion.
Yes, I don't think it will be good for him football-wise, because if he's a social media person, this people's person, public person, then we'll say okay, maybe on the other aspect it might favor him. But since he's not that kind of person, as touching Cristiano Ronaldo, I think it won't really be good for him. I would rather
I'm
he
sure
stays.
a lot of people might disagree with you on that.
Yeah, well,
some arguments might erupt right now if we push it.
It depends on the club he goes to anyway, and the country.
All right. Finally, before we wrap it up, because we're practically out of time, we got 2 minutes of stoppage time. Dan Evans ended the 6-match losing streak with a win over Australia's Alexei Popyrin to reach the Grand Prix Hassan second quarterfinals in Marrakech. Evans, whose last win came in Australian Open second round in January, triumphed 6-1, 6-3 over the world number 95. Evans is ranked 30th in the world. He's seeded second at the clay tournament in Morocco and received a first round bye. So he'll either face Italian Andrea Vavasuri, or Spain's Wame Munar in the next time he hits the court. On that note, we'll be wrapping things up. Match for the day. We've got some fixtures, but then I'll just mention that it's going to be the Coupe de France, right? FC Annecy taking on Toulouse, and of course some fixture with I'm trying to pick that out now. That's the CONMEBOL UEFA Women's Champions Cup. CONMEBOL UEFA Women's Champions Cup. So it's England that will be playing Brazil, and that's going to be at 7:45. So you could look at some of these fixtures. I mean, we don't have any big fixtures that you could see, but then I'm sure with the weekend so close, there's a whole lot to be looking forward to. And as football lovers, I'd also join you, to start taking consideration to our local leagues, the NPFL, the NNL, the NWFL. So this weekend, Abia Comets has a fixture, right? And it's going to be on Saturday. I'm going to tell you about that tomorrow. Like I said, Abia Warriors are away. Eyimba's got a fixture on Saturday as well. And what next? NWFL, we had a fixture yesterday. So we'll continue to talk about this, and we hope that we can develop the interest. Watching the English Premier League just puts money in the pockets of its organizers and its promoters.
Yeah,
that is the truth. Let's put the money where our mouth is. Let's put the money here in the house, so it can go around for all of us. I'm the voice on the radio, Tici Bar. I got the teacher certificate in this business. I've had Charlie, the psychologist.
Thank
right
you
here
so
with
much
me.
for having me.
All right, looking forward to having you on a regular now. All right, so you could go watch the live stream again. It is Rapid 965, and do share for us. Share on your WhatsApp status, share on your profile, share whatever group you find yourself, and let's make this go viral, shall we? Until I come your way again, have yourself a splendid evening and keep listening to the sound of your city. Up next is the news at 7.
Rapid 96.5 FM News.